Hi Brentnell TV. I'm very excited because this weekend is the RSPB Big Garden Birdwatch. So it gives us all an opportunity to have a look out of a window and count the number of birds you can see in an hour. What we want to do though at this time of year is to put some food out for the birds because food's very hard to come by in the winter. So if you watch the rest of this video, I'm going to show you how to make a bird feeder that you can put up in a tree or on a balcony and encourage birds in, so you'll be able to count more. So keep watching and see if you can make one yourself.
Okay, let's get started. We're going to need a few things to help us make these bird feeders. The first one is a wooden spoon to help you mix if you don't want to get your hands dirty. Then a knife to help you cut the lard, not a sharp one. String to help you hang the bird feeder, a bowl to mix it up in, a cloth to wipe your hands, scissors to cut the string, some bird seed, a yogurt pot, some lard. Okay, so start off with a yogurt pot. It needs to be empty, it needs to be clean. And take your scissors and very carefully poke a hole in the bottom of it. You might want to get an adult to help you do this. Don't want anyone hurting themselves, so get an adult to help. Okay, so you've got a nice hole in the bottom of the yogurt pot. Then take the string. It's up to you how much you cut off, but a good length. Cut it, and then what you need to do now is to thread the string through the hole in the yogurt pot. Okay, so thread it right through. That's why you need quite a long length. And then get the two ends and tie them together. Have a go at doing that yourself, but it can be quite tricky, so again, you might want to get an adult to help you. You can do one knot. I'm going to do two just to make sure it's nice and secure. Okay. Right, so there we go. You've got your string threaded through the bottom of the yogurt pot and tied together. Put that to one side. Next, take the lard. You can get that from a supermarket. It's not very expensive. Open it up. Now you need the knife. Again, get an adult to help you. It doesn't need to be a sharp knife. And this lard I have left sitting out of the fridge for an hour or so, so it's quite soft. And it needs to be soft so that you can mix it all together in a moment. So I'll put that amount of lard in. You might need to put a bit more in or a bit less. And the next, the bird seed. You can buy this from the supermarket. I bought it from a supermarket or a garden centre, and you can get it online as well. I have seen some people suggest putting cheese in because apparently the birds will eat the cheese, the fat. What you need to do now is to mix up the lard and the birdseed. Now this is where you might want to use a wooden spoon if you don't like getting your hands dirty, but it took quite a while, so I've sped up the video here. Now you can have a go with the spoon, but I thought it was a bit difficult, so I would prefer to use my hands. So mix it all up. You need to get all of the birdseed inside the lard so it just becomes one sort of mixture. More birdseed. You'll have to just judge how much, the right sort of mix so it's all stuck together. Keep mixing. Took quite a while. And again, I may have been able to put a bit more birdseed in, or perhaps a bit more lard if it's very dry. You need to be able to squash it a minute. See, I'm turning it into a ball. That helped. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe my hands with the cloth. And next, clear up after myself, I'm going to take my yogurt pot and I'm going to put the birdseed with the lard into the yogurt pot, and I'm going to squash it in. And it's important that you squash it in really quite hard because you want it all to stick together. fill it up. And I think I've made enough here for 2 yogurt pots, so have a look at the amounts and see what you might be making. You don't have to use a yogurt pot. You could use a paper cup, plastic cup, anything that's soft enough for you to squeeze it out afterwards. Right, so I've filled it up and it's quite heavy, this. That's why the string being tied twice is important. Pop it to one side and then you'd fill up another yogurt pot, do the same again. And then what you need to do is to put your yogurt pots with the lard and birdseed inside on a plate. Now, have a look there. I've managed to get the string in the middle of the birdseed and the lard, and that's quite important for later. I'll show you why in a minute. String in the middle. So then take your plate, pop it in the fridge. Magically, mine have been in the fridge, and now the lard has solidified, it's got harder. So it means that hopefully I should be able to squeeze these out. Now this was tricky, you can see it took me a long time, but eventually, see, keep going. Now, if you used a paper cup, you could cut the paper cup off, but if you used a solid cup, you would struggle to get it out. So it's got to be soft like the plastic of the yogurt pot or a paper cup. Do get there in the end. Nearly. There we go. Right, now this bit, perhaps I should have just tied one knot, because what I have to do now is to cut the string and tie them together again. So perhaps you don't need to tie the string in the first place, you tie it afterwards. But you can experiment, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. There we go, there's one. Now the second one I found a bit easier to get out. I had a technique. I really pushed it and I had to squash the yogurt pot. Now you can use these yogurt pots more than once. Good to reuse things. Now, if you wanted to make more, there we go, out it comes. That's ready, and then I'm going to cut the string again. And again, because it's stuck. There we go. See, the string will pass through the bird feeder and you're going to tie it up together. Okay, so there we go. I can reuse that pot, I can reuse that pot, and I've got 2 bird feeders ready to hang up somewhere to encourage birds so that I can do my count at the weekend. Okay, have a go yourselves.
Okay, so now you've made your bird feeder, what you need to do is to find somewhere to put it. And you need to find somewhere that's high enough up that the birds are not scared of any animals like cats jumping up and attacking them. So a tree is perfect, a balcony would work well, somewhere that you'll be able to see. So you can stand back, we've got a pair of binoculars, have a good look, see if you can see any birds. So good luck and let us know how you get on.